Hey guys, Wayne here from HG Tech Videos. Today I'm finally doing my review on the LG Tone Infinims, and this is going to be the 910, HBS 910. And I'm going to call this my part one review. And in so many words, I liked some things about these headphones, but in the end, I did not have the best experience. I did come from using the original LG Infinims, the 900 series, which I loved. I don't think I had any complaints about it. But going to the newer model, there were just some things. There's some things I liked and some things that just didn't meet expectations. So let's start with what I liked. So I love the style upgrades. When you sort of compare the two, although these did look good, these do look better. I think they have sort of a fun, kind of a futuristic look to it. I love the colors that are available. It's the silver. It does come in a black. And I think they have a couple of other special edition colors that are coming out as well. So that's cool there. So they made a switch in terms of the buttons. So on the original model, you had the like call button and your play buttons on sort of on this part right here. And on the newer version, they put them on the sides, which originally took a little bit getting used to. But once you get used to it, it actually, you know, it wasn't a big deal having them on the side here. So, you know, sort of makes them look cleaner, and the buttons are kind of out of the way. You also don't drip sweat directly on the button, which used to happen to me a lot. So that's a plus. I also like that they moved the charging little port on the outside. It used to be on the inside, which again, you know, I don't know if sweat ever got in there, but I sweat a lot on my neck. So I thought this was a better spot for that. Sound quality, pretty much the same. I can't say it really sounded that much different. Same technology. Both did have the Harman Kardon technology in it. So in terms of sound, I didn't see a lot of a difference there. So I feel like one improvement they did make is you'll notice that the ring on this one is a lot wider, which sort of makes it so that these can fall off your neck easier, whereas this one, it's a little more in. So if you did, like we're doing like a bench press or something, they sort of kind of sit on your neck. So I did like that. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the active series because those actually hug your neck really well. So even if you do like sit-ups, like they're still going to stay on your head or your neck. So like that. To get to what I didn't like a lot, one of the first things I noticed, very small thing, but it was noticeable, which is that the power button on the inside is sort of irritating. And guess what? On the original models, the power button is on the inside. So that's something that hasn't been changed. On this one, the power button's on this side. On this one, they just moved it to this side. I feel like that button one would work better on the outside. It's sort of weird having to reach into your collar to turn the headphones off. So I didn't particularly care for that either still. So that's one thing. I also got a lot of complaints with calls. I would have the headphones on and they're just sitting around my neck, and a lot of people would complain that they couldn't hear me or that it sounded like I was really far away. And so that definitely wasn't an issue I had with the original model. So I probably got at least over 5 people who complained, to the point where I just stopped using them for calls, which was sort of sad because I like to wear these when I'm at work. I drive a lot, and being able to just have them in my ear and pick up a call is really convenient, and I feel like I didn't have that luxury with these. So that was sort of a con there. And I mean, that's a huge thing, because that's what makes these so great, is that it's very easy to walk around and have one in your ear and hold a conversation. And so that really kind of set off my experience to the point where I don't really use them too much at this point. A friend of mine did bring up that maybe I got a defective set, which also makes me sad because I rarely ever get anything that's defective. So that's why I labeled this as the part 1 review. I do plan on reaching out to LG to try to get another unit and try it out and see if maybe it was just a bad set. But I was really disappointed that multiple people said that they couldn't hear me when I would try to talk. And this is like, I'm in the car, the windows are rolled up, and like, you should be able to hear me. You know, it just didn't make sense. So that was sort of the big con that kind of discouraged me from using them. But overall, like in terms of specs and everything, I actually was able to pair this to 2 phones. Now the weird thing about that is it doesn't seem like you can do it all the time. There were some times where I was able to pair the 2 devices, and then there were other times where it just seemed like it wouldn't make the connection. So that was another sort of frustration. Like I want to say it does advertise that you can do that, but when I went to do it, it wasn't as seamless as it seemed like it should have been. So there was that. In terms of music listening time, you do get up to about 10 hours. I didn't have to charge it a lot, so that was a big plus. Talk time up to 16 hours. So if you're just having phone conversations, you do get a lot more time. 22 days of standby time. So if you're not using them a lot, again, you're not going to find yourself charging them too much. Latest Bluetooth 4.1. So yeah, like on the box here, it definitely does say that you can pair up to 2 devices, which it just wasn't a seamless experience. And that's what made me sad, because to be able to pair this up to my work phone and personal at the same time, like, just makes life so much easier. And the fact that it was like hard to do it, you know, that sucked. So anyway, guys, in terms of the question of worth it or waste, I'd have to say at this point, it's not a worth it. I don't want to say it's a waste, because I do want to give LG an opportunity to send me another set. Maybe these are defective, and maybe, you know, another set will work better. So keep an eye out for another review. I will review these again after I have the new set to tell you if what I found was legit or if, you know, it was incorrect. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if it was helpful. And make sure you also subscribe to HG Tech videos. And always, have a good one.